Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Twilight Princess. I am Shouty Productions.
And I am Paper Mario Guy.
And we are continuing straight off the previous recording. Gonna have to do a little editing, but oh well. So in the last episode, if you remember, we rescued Midna, Zelda made a little sacrifice, and now we're on a hunt to find the Master Sword. That's basically what we're doing.
Yes. It's a good transition period, but I don't know. I always found this little part of the game, like, slow. Just a little boring. Just because, like, I knew what was going to be. Like, I knew that, like, I had an entire game ahead of me, and this was just kind of, like, I don't know, annoying.
Plus, this, like, hunt overall is a little bit annoying. You have to search through, like, this maze-like forest, and keep finding the Skull Kid dude, and you gotta just hit him, and then he'll run somewhere else, and it's just a little repetitive.
See, I think that's what also another thing, you know, I was talking about Majora's Mask last episode with the music, but that's something I feel Majora's Mask had right over all the other games, is, I mean, it wasn't really that bad in Ocarina of Time or A Link to the Past or anything, but, like, Majora's Mask had no, like, middle section. Like, you just kept on going and going and going, and, like, you didn't really have to stop for any, like, short things. Like, if you wanted to, you could do dungeon after dungeon after dungeon after dungeon, and then just be done with the game. Whereas, like, Wind Waker, you had the whole palace, Palace of the Gods, is it called?
Yeah.
And then you have, like, this little section in here getting the Master Sword. And Ocarina of Time, obviously, you had all those cutscenes and everything when you get the Master Swords and turned into a kid. I mean, turned from a kid to an adult.
And then getting the hook shot.
And then getting the hook shot and everything. But, like, in Majora's Mask, you just, like, boom, 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 go. And, I don't know. I kind of like that because you could, you know, you're not forced to do anything. You can play it however you want. Whereas this, like, you can't really do anything else but this right now. Or at least, I've never tried.
But after you get the Master Sword,
then the whole game opens up.
Yeah, and it just becomes so much easier because I don't want to spoil anything, but
yeah, I know.
So much easier.
I think that's a lot of people's main, like, when Twilight Princess originally came out, I feel like people didn't really, like, myself included, because I know I didn't, but, like, the game picks up so much more after this segment. Like, the game's pretty good up until this point, and it's awesome and cinematic and all that. But once you get past this point, like, you're really in the meat of the game, and it's truly, like, an awesome game. Like, it, you know, it just, the atmosphere that it sets up and the gameplay and everything is just, like, fantastic about this game. It's just getting to that point because, honestly, like, it moves a little slow.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at LP-wise, to put things in perspective for all you LP watchers out there, it's just like, you will generally have, like, your Master Sword and already be done, like, starting the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time, you know, somewhere in the middle 20s, I would say. And in this one, like, you don't start your first real temple until, like, almost episode 30, and I don't know. It's just a longer segment. You just have to persevere.
Whoa, he was pretty close up. Stomp the ground.
It's like Skull Kid and Dampy had a baby.
Ugh, he's so much uglier in this game.
Yeah, I know.
Because he actually has a face. And Majora's Mask is just blackness.
Well, most of the time, it's just like
Or
Majora's Mask, yeah.
So, for this battle, you just really have to go up to, what the fuck is it? Oh, I lost track of him. But, you have to go up to this guy and just hit him, but usually he'll warp out of the way. So what you want to do is get rid of his minions first. When you do that, he'll spawn more, and I didn't get rid of him, I guess. Maida wants to tell me that, probably. I think. What do you want to tell me? Yeah, they keep coming. We gotta lay down a field of dark energy and beat them all at once. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you gotta wait for him to blow his horn thing. So, his trumpet or whatever. Because then that's what he does when he goes to summon more. So if you kill all the ones that he's got out, he'll go to blow his whistle to, like, generate more. And that's when you hit him. And as Vinda said, the best way to go about taking all these guys out at once is by using your force field thing. Oh, there we go. I was waiting. Sometimes it doesn't do it right away. But that's really the trick to beating this boss. If you can do that, then it should be a cinch. And in case you're wondering where Paper Mario guy went, he went to go answer the phone. So he will be back in a moment. And oh my god, there are a lot of them. Damn, I'm getting ripped by these. Oh my god, go away. I hate when like they attack me while I'm opening the force field. It really breaks my rhythm, you know? Like that. Oh damn, perfect opportunity to attack him. Oh, there we go, gotcha. Nice! Hee hee hee, bye. And so the gateway to, wherever, you know, the location of the Master Sword is now open. I hope this is the right gate and not the way we came. I believe it is. And so now, here we are in this place. And play the Zelda Lullaby once again. Because everyone knows the Zelda Lullaby is just that one theme that just seems to unlock all the hidden secrets of Hyrule. Like in Ocarina of Time, you played that song so many times to unlock all sorts of goodies. And if it wasn't the Zelda's Lullaby, it was the Song of Time to get rid of those blue blocks. You're back. Yes, we were just getting the, opening up this puzzle before we can get the Master Sword.
Swell.
And this puzzle is quite annoying. Let's say. Would you like to?
We are guardians of this land. Guide us to where we once stood. Only then can you enter the true sacred grove. Quite epic.
Alright, so pretty simple. Just, well, it's simple in theory, but it's a bit complicated to actually get them to go to the right spot. But basically, when you move Link, you'll also move the statues. One will move in the same direction, and one will move in the opposite direction. And what you want to do is just guide them back to the place where they once stood, as they said. But you want to be careful. You don't want to get stomped on, and if they bump into each other, they'll like go back. And there's all these different rules that you can experiment with. But yeah, this could take a while if you really don't know what you're doing. But luckily I do know what I'm doing.
Yes, Shadow Mario guy is an expert statue mover.
Yes, I have my PhD in statue moving.
Probably better than some PhDs. A PhD in attendance.
Dr. Bowels.
Bowels. Go now to the sacred palace, beast.
Hey.
We yield passage to the sacred grove.
So yeah, that's the solution to the puzzle. If you were looking for it.
Why, thank you. Oh. Oh.
Just take this all in, this atmosphere. It suddenly got misty, and there's nature and there's light shining.
It reminds me of A Link to the Past.
It really does. I think that's what they were going for. Check.
Mate.
Nostalgia. The sword accepted you as its master.
Ooh, and what an epic theme indeed! Look at Link, looking at it in awe.
This thing is the embodiment of the evil magic that Zant cast on you. It's definitely different from our tribe's shadow magic. Careful, if you touch it, you'll turn back into a beast. This thing is too dangerous. It's probably for the best if we just leave it here, huh? But on the other hand, if we kept it, you'd be able to transform into a beast anytime you wanted.
Do I hear a game mechanic?
Yes, since Zant was kind enough to give this to us, we should be thankful and use it all we can. If you need it, just call me. I want to keep a low profile, so I'll hide in your shadow when you're human, but I can change you whenever. You can be a wolf anytime you like. Also, thanks to this thing, you can warp wherever you want by switching into wolf form. Hey, but listen, Kevin, I've got a little favor to ask. Would you mind coming with me to find something called the Mirror of Twilight? It's hidden somewhere in Hyrule. Yes, the Mirror of Twilight, our last potential link to Zant. Stab her with your Master Sword, Link!
She's leading you on an unnecessary quest where you can gain nothing. Murder her now or forever hold your peace.
Murder your shadow. Murder your shadow.
It's not like you haven't done it before. Oh.
Shut up! Alright, so you might want to get familiar with this place because we are going to be coming back later on. And we're going to have another encounter with our good friend the Skull Kid and all that stuff. But we can now pretty much warp wherever we want, and there are a bunch of different side quests open up to us. But one thing I think I'm going to do right now is blow up this boulder right here. My phone just turned off. Oh, okay, yeah. I know. Alright, so blow up that boulder and a Poe will come out. And that's not even what I was intending to... No, I do not want to warp. I want to turn into a wolf or get raped by that floating lantern.
I love this theme, though.
Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, you can turn into Link anytime you want. And that makes getting these Poes very easy.
It's the Lost Woods and the temple theme from the original, or one of the original themes.
It's definitely, yeah, but it's definitely got the Lost Woods in it.
Yeah, definitely, I know that.
I actually didn't come here to get that Poe. That was a bonus. There's actually a hole that you can dig, and I believe you can get a heart piece down here. If you defeat all the enemies or something like that. And I figure, you know, why not get it? Because I'll either get it now, or I'll get it later on in the game when you have to come back. But that's not for at least like 2 more dungeons, I think. So
might as well get it now.
Better now than later. These enemies are quite tedious. I could turn them back into premium if I wanted to.
But they are quite standard, not very hard. And it's pretty easy. You know, they pretty much just hand you this heart piece.
Provided you have the smarts to come down here. Because most people would just... No, I can't do that. I have to get... Oh, I can actually. Because most people would just use their ability to warp. Just get out of here. And you can't come back until later. Alright, so... Oh, here we go. I'm getting really nervous. I'm just an idiot. There we go.
Wonderful.
So yet another heart piece in the bag here at Shadow Productions. Or you can just roll into it. I always do that. I roll into things as if opening them.
Like the stairs?
Yes. Oh, well, the stairs too. I do that a lot. Especially in the lake bed temple.
It's not as hardcore as when you dove into the stone steps.
That was great.
Link's hardcore. He can swim in concrete.
Not many people can say it's concrete, but Link can. Alright, so now we've got so many different upgrades that we can get and shit, but we're at like 16 minutes, right? So
15, yeah, but
yeah, all right. So I think this is a swell place to end it. We've gotten the Master Sword, and now we're gonna start the meat of our journey. I am Shouty Productions,
I am Paper Mario Guy.
and we will see you next time.